Hello, everyone. I'm so excited because today I have one of my favorites here. Her name is Katelyn. She has been one of my clients for a long, long time, and it's been so much fun seeing her journey kind of come arise throughout all of this and the transformation that you've gone through since we first started working together. And so I asked her to come on here and share some insights of just with working with me in the Chronic Disease Health Reset Academy in general. So I wanted to kind of first introduce her and tell, if you want to kind of share a little bit of an insight kind of, about you and kind of why you chose kind of going this route.
Sure. In 2016, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. If nobody knows what that is, it's basically where your colon and your lower intestines get very inflamed. Sometimes you can't even hold down water. I was hospitalized for a week in 2017, 3 weeks before my wedding. So that was crazy. And I also have a chronic cough where basically my lungs fill up with fluid. I had been tested multiple times, went to Mayo Clinic twice. Nobody could even tell me what's wrong. And so my mom and I started to look into more holistic, more supplements, what we could do, basically food as fuel instead of more antibiotics, more steroids, because that's basically what I was on in the hospital, and all the crazy stuff. And so my mom found Nicole, and we've been working together ever since. And that's just kind of my story in a nutshell.
Yeah. Well, and you've had the crazy thing is that you've had a lot to go through even since we started working together.
Yeah.
Which when you have a autoimmune basically issue like this, what we have to do is reduce the stress, because stressful times is when we get the flare-ups. And that's, with or without autoimmune, our bodies, we need to have our bodies, in a state to where we can handle that stress. And I was really proud of you. You had a really hard time recently where you lost, your grandmother, just one of the most joyous, beautiful ladies I've seen. I never met her, but I saw all so much, talk and pictures and videos and everything that y'all showed. And then, you had a lot kind of going on right through there. And do you want to kind of share the difference between, this, the stress of planning a wedding and what it happened to your body versus the stress, this time around, and how your body reacted this time?
Absolutely. So I think I was already going through the academy, or we were just about to start. I think we were just about to start.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, I don't really remember the time frame exactly, but I had already worked with you one-on-one, and so you and I had already gone through 3 months worth of intense sessions and meeting, and I was able to understand the supplements I was supposed to take, and the breakfast I was doing, and how it benefited me, and the flaxseed and the chia seeds, and I was able to get out of my flare very successfully. And I did go into a minor flare due to hormone changes and everything after my grandmother passed away, and was mixed in with other health issues. At the same time, I unfortunately did have a miscarriage on the same day. We got confirmation of miscarriage on the same day, and so that sent my body into whack, as well as the internal stress of losing my grandmother. And so that was really tough. And it sent me into a minor flare, but I did not even have to, I think I went on to steroids for maybe like a week or so, just to, I think I talked with you and I said, look, this is what happened. And you said, if you need the steroids, do it, but try to do it for a short time. And we're going to try to do this. And I was able to get out of that flare. And a month later, I was actually pregnant again with our little baby girl. I'm 26 weeks pregnant now. My ulcerative colitis is under control. I do still have medication for it, but I'm not having to do any steroids. I'm not having to do any other types of medication except for just the 2 pills I take at night. And I think that with my hormone changes and all that, it's going crazy. I say it's going crazy. It's definitely more prevalent, but it's not anywhere. I mean, I'm able to enjoy my pregnancy, whereas some people I know who are pregnant and they have ulcerative colitis, they are miserable. They're in and out of the hospital. They can't keep anything down. I'm able to enjoy my occasional sweets that she's making me enjoy. I'm actually craving a lot of apples and peanut butter. So I'm enjoying that. And I'm not, some people are like, I can't even look at peanuts or peanut butter without. And so I'm able to enjoy the foods I want to have um, my breakfast that I want, my smoothies, my shakes, my all my good stuff, and but still incorporate things that are benefiting her and her growth. And
I think something cool to mention is, you know, you even messaged me not too long ago, like that you're still swimming and walking and doing like the energy that you have because you're fueling your body and doing the lifestyle that you need. Like you have this energy, even being, you know, pregnant to be able to do all that. That's amazing.
yeah, so that, I mean, it's definitely helped because I've been able to learn from you in all of our sessions how to feel myself. And okay, if you're really, really tired, you rest, you take time for yourself. But if you're okay, yeah, you're tired, but you know, you're struggling, but you still got a little bit of energy. You go walk, you go just, and I believe 26 weeks I've only gained, I think it was 11 pounds. Um, and I mean, I'm more than halfway and I'm still staying active. Other people that I know that are pregnant, they're going, I can't even function. And I'm going, I did laundry. I cleaned the house. I vacuumed. Thank you, Roomba. I so you know, I mean, I'm still doing things. In fact, I was thinking earlier, like I feel like my life is so chaotic as it is right now. I feel like I'm in control. I have, and because it wasn't just about the food learning with you, it was about learning how to manage my stress and manage how I plan out my day. My trusty planner, my Erin Condren, has been my best friend for a long time, but it kind of went to the wayside as I was going through just crazy times. And I picked the tools from you, and it wasn't an overnight, okay, we're gonna do this. But I'm writing out my to-do list. I'm planning out things. I'm doing things. I'm making appointments for everything, and I have the energy to do that. And I mean, granted, I'm in bed by 9, but I use my time wisely. I'm waking up at about 6:15, 6:30. I do some dishes. I, you know, throw another load in, and I'm able to manage things. And so when I go home or I go to work and I'm going, whew, man, I've already done this, this, and this. It's because I've learned how to prioritize my day along with, okay, what food am I going to eat? How am I going to do this? And I'm not stressing over things like I was before I took your courses.
Yeah. And do you want to, can you share about your experience inside the academy? Like, you know, kind of what to, if you were telling someone, you know, like one of your girlfriends, hey, you know, what would you share about the academy in itself?
I think it's more than just food. It's not because so many people think, well, I've got to go on the keto diet. I've got to go on this. Well, it's not a diet you're going on. It's a complete, everyone says, oh, it's a lifestyle change. Well, it really is. It's more of looking at what food are you putting in your body to fuel your day, to give you success, and what's going to help you, what's going to benefit you to help your clients or your patients or your kids, or how are you going to be able to run your household successfully without cracking and I don't know what to do, you know, things like that. And so it's more of, it's not just a food reset. It really is a complete health reset. And look at health as your stress level, your home life. I mean, my marriage is amazing. I mean, I'm only on my second year, but I mean, I'm not stressing over things that I was before. I would come home and I'd be like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And he's like, well, I work nights. I'm sorry. I don't have time either. Now I'm going, okay, you know what? I can do it. Or, I came home from a 4-day trip and, he had the kitchen all cleaned and everything. And so I didn't have to do anything. And because I'm giving more and not getting so angry and stressed out with him over little things of make your pants up or what, things like that. And so it's made my marriage better. It's made my stress level better. And gosh, I mean, just as crazy as it sounds, my finances are better. I'm able to go, okay, is this something that I really need? Is this, I'm kind of detoxing my whole life, and I'm just building off one thing after another, just because you gave me the tools of how to stress less, how to help your anxiety, how to feel your body. And so it was more than just a health, a diet reset. It was my whole life. And now it didn't happen overnight. I mean, I've been working with you for a year, maybe about a year. So, I mean, it's taken time, but I mean, it's at a time that, I mean, I'm growing a little baby, and, a time that's very stressful along with other things. I've had dogs that are sick and, things up and down at work, but I'm not sitting here stressing. I'm thinking, okay, what can I do to help this? So don't get me wrong, I still have a little stress occasionally, but I'm not freaking out. My anxiety isn't going through the roof, and my husband notices, and my family notices. So
that's so awesome. Yeah, it's so good to hear. It was so much fun on the calls with you too. Like,
that's right.
Calls are fun.
Yeah, and they really are a lot of fun. It's not okay, Katelyn, you have to do this, you have to do this. It's a conversation with a friend. It's not just what you did was wrong. You shouldn't have had that Dr. Pepper last week. It was, okay, so you had a Dr. Pepper. Did you have one every day? Did you have one every day? What can we do to help you with that?
I literally was just about to bring up a Dr. Pepper and how that, like, you totally can, like, you're like, yeah, I can have Dr. Pepper and it fits into my life. It's not a big deal. Like I almost brought that up. I love that you did.
Well, and I don't drink coffee, and I mean, I'm not a caffeine person except for Dr. Pepper. And this whole pregnancy, this pregnancy's been, you're tired, you're growing a baby. And so I kind of set rules. If I'm going to have a Dr. Pepper, I have to have at least 2 waters before then. So at least I'm getting water, and then I limit myself to 1. And honestly, that curbs it helps it. I'm getting my water in, and I get a Dr. Pepper, and my mom's probably, going, oh my gosh. But I mean,
she's sitting there with her beet juice in her wine glass.
I know. she
come on our calls. Her mom took it too, and it was awesome. I loved having both of y'all on there. She would have her wine glass and would like trick her mind and have her beet juice and just drinking it. But she loved it. It was just like
wine, but it was beet juice. I haven't gotten there yet. My mom's light years ahead of me.
I'm not a big beet juice fan either, so it's okay.
My mom's light years ahead of me in that sense.
But it was fun. But I think like the good thing too is like that every week it was like, okay, I have, this looking forward to it. And it was like, it creeps up on us. And it was like towards the end, it's like, oh my gosh, we're already here. It's almost already done.
3 months in, and I was going like, we're done. This is our last one.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Because, it's not just like you. We had 6 or so like ladies in there. And so it was nice to be able to like see, like, and y'all were, helping each other out. And, I would get messages from some of the other girls, oh, what she said really, hit home. And I'm really glad we're doing this. So it's not.
Well, it was also really good to hear their ideas. Like I remember one lady was talking about, different recipes, and, she has a Vitamix as well, and how we work together. But, and it was just nice having the other people be there, to help.
Yeah. No, it is. It was really fun. And so I really appreciate you coming on here and,
Absolutely.
sharing your experience with everyone. So if you could kind of, sum it up in, a sentence or anything, like, would you recommend it to someone else? Like, I'm assuming yes, but like what?
1000%. Yes. I mean, it's totally worth it. I mean, it's helped my stress level, my anxiety. I mean, it's overall my whole life. And I've already been thinking of foods that I can use while, postpartum, and dinners, and, and that's the health side of it, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm not going, oh gosh, I'm so overwhelmed. It's great.
That's awesome. I've been so proud of you. This, like I said at the very beginning, like I think that the difference is between someone who, is successful like you and someone who isn't, is that you put in the time, you put in the effort, you did the homework.
Gotta put in the time.
And it's not, it wasn't like it was a crazy amount of time, right? But just, a couple minutes a day, but just making sure the consistency was there and you showed up. And that's the thing that the big thing is that if you show up, like, you will, see results. You'll do well like this. So, this isn't everyone's results, but
Well, I think it's, like you said, you got to put in the time. And when I look back, I don't really feel like I put in the time.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like, oh my gosh, an hour and two every day. It's now I'm looking back and I'm like, man, I did a lot of work, but it wasn't a lot of work every single day. It was little things here and there that made a huge difference.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you again, Katelyn. I really appreciate you. And for those that are looking to, work with me, either one-on-one or in the academy, reach out to me and we can get you set up. And
it's worth it.
Seeing y'all in the academy.